Yeah, let's move on to, I guess, the Dutch team.
Yeah, just a minute.
Sure. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
up there.
yeah,
So Louis van Gaal basically named the team. Pasveer of Ajax is 38 years of old. Then you have Noppert of Herven. He plays there, and Bislo of Feyenoord getting selected, all above Casper Silesen. Silesen is not happy. He just put a huge tweet out there. I just saw
okay.
it, and I realized that Van Gaal basically said, "You're not going to be
Just
picked."
a moment. Just a moment.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, basically Van Gaal basically said, "No, you're not needed," uh, and Silesen is been
But
left out. Is So that's the three keepers. I'm a little bit surprised with Noppert and Bislow. I mean, I knew Pasveer would be there, but I thought he'd be more kind of backup. But anyway, that's Van Gaal. He knows better.
um, I think he sometimes takes goalkeeper just for the penalties.
Yeah, he
If you
did that.
remember this
But
2014
but this
run,
this time around, that keeper, what's his name?
um, I actually
He,
forgot.
no, he still plays in the English Premier League. But yeah, I forgot.
I also forgot.
Can't remember at this point. But he took three different players. Now, if we go into defenders, obviously Virgil van Dijk of Liverpool, Nathan Ake of Manchester City, Jeremy Frimpong
Frimpong.
of Leverkusen, Stefan de Vrij of Inter, Deli Blind of Ajax, Matthias de Ligt of Bayern Munich, Terrell Malacia of Manchester United, Julian Timber of Ajax, Denzel Dumfries of Inter Milan. So that's a decent backline.
Not decent is one of the world class backline probably.
Yeah,
Um, De Vrij so far, I know he's in the great form. We mentioned when we were covering Inter Milan or Italian football, and more likely, there's this thing with Van Gaal. He sometimes uh, he's unpredictable in a way. Like he sometimes play two in the back, and sometimes he plays like three in the back. So anything can happen with this team. But one thing for sure, I think Van Dijk and AK will be there. I
starting.
guess
Not Matthias de Ligt,
Delete will be there if they're playing as a
back three.
three in the back here. And also Daily Blind will come up top. Then Malaysia, and I'm not sure about right side. Dumfries probably, maybe more likely.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
But Divri is also interesting player. So
Very
does
interesting.
Frimpong.
Yeah,
Yeah, because Divri so far he has experience playing for multiple times, multiple tournaments for the
top team.
Dutch team, and yeah, also now current form is also well. So, but uh, like like any other coaches, what can I say? What can I say? What's his name? Ben Carl. He can actually. He has some players of his own. You know.
Yeah, fair enough. Uh,
But he's also compromised there sometimes. You know.
Fair enough. Yeah, he did. In the midfield, he picked. Frankie de Jong of Barcelona, Davy Klaassen of Ajax, Javi Simons of PSV Eindhoven, Steven Berghuis of Ajax, Martin de Roon of Atlanta, Kenneth Taylor of Ajax, Teun Koopmeiners of Atlanta. I I would say it's an interesting mix on that midfield.
So far, De Jong is their pivotal midfielder, and Bargios is one of those breakout player for them.
And also, I think
So
Klaassen gets sometime.
yeah, and Klaas and these are their like genuine midfield three. So sometimes I can see Xavi Simons coming probably.
Martin de Roon
Uh,
sometimes gets sometimes too.
yeah, but Xavi Simons is not like I can see De Jong is playing like whole whatever minutes they're playing in the tournament so far, but
Fair.
except for card issues and other thing. But Kump Miners is a good choice. He's breaking it through Atlanta so far. He's one of those breakout guys in how can I say in the Dutch team. But their most important player, I would say, is Bargius. Like probably one of the sources of goals, other than their strikers.
If we go to the forward line, Memphis Depay, still amazing. Didn't really play much in Barcelona, entirely injured, but he's made it. The main guy, obviously, for them in the attack. Stephen Bergwijn of Ajax, Cody Gakpo of PSV Eindhoven, Wood Weghorst of Besiktas, Vincent Janssen of Antwerp, Luke de Jong, PSV Eindhoven, Noah Lang of Club Brugge.
Uh, Actually, one of the this is not actually how can I say surprise to include Noah Lang. He already played for Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken. But their how can I say always go to guys Depay and Barguin, and Gapko is coming, I guess, like in the left probably.
And if
And
they need a goal
their
or
main
two,
guy is always whoever is playing. Their main guy is always going to be Depay, and if they are trailing, they need goals. They
Luke de
always
Jong.
have Luke De Jong. So and he's still actually scoring a lot for Eindhoven.
Yeah,
I have seen him scoring headers still. So
yeah. So that reminds me of another Dutch guy, Ronald Koeman's conversation. If you put the ball in the box, his header is better than Neymar's. That's what he said. So yeah, it's kind of true.
and it's true actually. But mm,
I think this Dutch
how-
team is forming. It's not uh, totally star-studded,
actually,
but it's a very good team.
yeah, they already how can I say put together whatever they can so far, and they can play like three different formation like fairly well. And it's not like last World Cup's Dutch team. That team was like horrible, but since then actually like a lot of things has changed, and obviously that Virgil was not in that team actually. That also had a huge blow, but this team can play three different formations. Like 4-3-3 is their go-to formation. They can play 3-4-3 more likely, and sometimes like whenever uh, they are in need of goal, sometimes they switch to 3-5-2. Putting two strikers uh, and putting Depay in a free role and making those crosses and carrying out. So if a team can do like that, uh, they are hugely unpredictable. So it would be hard.
It's
in the
not
sense
easy.
to play against.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. And they've their recent forms been fairly good for all the so-called big teams.
yeah, of course, and they beat some. Like they had a good run in the Nations League recently. So,
Yeah,
uh, but do you see them actually going deep in the tournament?
could be. They're but again, if they even go deeper, it would still
Mhm.
be quarterfinal, semi-final.
Can they come on top of like teams like France, England, Argentina?
They definitely can. Obviously, I would put always a huge amount of respect any team managed by Louis Van Gaal. But again, just to be fair, this is if they go out against say France or Argentina or England, it's not going to be a big surprise. But if they win against any of them, it's not a big surprise too.
Yeah, and also it will be uh, it's a different Dutch team because like they will win every second ball, you know. That is one of their strongest point, you know. And if you put the ball uh, in the box against them, it you won't be come on top of like Virgil or AK or Debris or Dili. Oh my god, four defender there.
And even
So
they're very dangerous in set pieces for all those reasons.
yeah,
And also, if you
yeah,
add a Luke De Jong on there,
yeah. Um, Set pieces could be actually, and that's where I was saying like Bargius and Barguin, they both actually can get set pieces like in the at the end on also like
Memphis.
their main, yeah, main guy Memphis Depay, he sometimes hold the ball and get set pieces. uh, so set pieces could be, and we have seen like how good Bengal teams are in set pieces especially.
He trains
Yeah,
specifically for them.
yeah, exactly. So like those gritty games against like probably England, France, or even Argentina, they can actually do huge damage for just because of this actually.
I actually see them more as a good team than England.
I would put them in the dark horse because only because they did not win the World Cup. But other than that, I would put them over a little bit England.
And Belgium too.
Yeah, of course, Belgium. I don't think, see them actually in the top eight or something like that. You know,
They're ranked
possibly.
second in the FIFA World Cup.
It doesn't matter.
So you're saying that Canada will beat them?
Could be possibility there are always. And there are like top 60 or 70 team is playing, you know, and there aren't like much difference, you know, like that we had like 10-20 years ago.
Yeah.
Players are more physical this time, so I don't see them actually like yeah, I don't put them over under Belgium. I put them actually over Belgium, and if they can make it to semi-final or even final, I wouldn't be surprised because they are one of my dark horses.